Good day to you. Today the word of the Lord came with a vision. The Lord has inaugurated a school of Joseph Training School. For such a time as this, a storeroom of Joseph for every head of home, for every minister of the gospel, that he will fill it from heaven. So it's a storeroom, it's a school for storeroom preparation. And the bell has already rung, the bell has tolled. But there are many believers at the gate and not going into the classroom. And they are getting involved in all kinds of conflicts, cross-talk, back-talk, debates, clips, many debates, no progress. But the Lord has begun His classroom for Joseph Training School. I was reminded of the 4 prophetic schools that were there from Elijah to Elisha, the Gilgal, Bethel, Jericho and Jordan, but this classroom for training of Josephs. And James says in his very practical epistle, the 5th and the final chapter, he dedicates to explain or reveal by divine inspiration a phenomenon of the end time. Beginning with James 5:7, he says, "Brethren, until the coming of the Lord, therefore be patient." Then again he says in verse 8, the coming of the Lord is near. In verse 9, he repeats the theme, "Judge, behold." The judge is standing right at the door. Why is this urgent revelation on the second coming? Because James says towards that time there's going to be a phenomenon of a global few amassing the wealth. He doesn't say global few, but he says the rich will get terribly rich at the expense of many else. Come now, you rich, weep and howl, James 5:1. Your miseries will come upon you, your riches have rotted your gold, because they have amassed so much. And we know in the last COVID year, 10 world's most rich became 3.5 trillion richer. Never has been this amount of amassing by so few, by planned lockdown, shutdown, virus, vaccine and all the theories that are going on. And in Germany they are preparing a trial on this. Senior lawyers have got together, calls this a planned thing to get the wealth of nations into a few hands. So in a situation like this, Psalm 145 is an excellent God-intentioned psalm. Please read it through. I'll read just a few verses to whet your appetite to read it. One generation shall praise your works, another shall declare your mighty acts. So this is the preparation. The 65-year-olds now preparing intensely to hand it over to 45-year-olds who will do this generational gyration and handing down the baton to 35-year-olds, 25-year-olds, in 15-year-olds. Joseph began his training and divine input and heaven's inspiration, revelation at the age of 12. So everybody at the age of 12 needs to get into the Joseph formation. This is a Joseph Training School. Bell has rung. Please don't be gossiping at the gate in all kinds of debate and diatribe. Get into your classroom, please. According to your age, God has the Joseph training on. So Psalm 145 is a wonderful thing. The Lord sustains all who fall and raises up who are bowed down. The eyes of all look to you. You give them their food. So this is a time like that. The Joseph storeroom in preparation. Malachi 3:10 says he'll fill it from heaven in the house of God. And we want to get on to the Joseph anointing as described in Genesis 49, so that you'll be ready with your Joseph anointing. This is a very quick word. It can be developed into a very large message, long message, intense message for the Joseph Training School. But we are doing it short today. Genesis 49, let me read the Joseph part of it. Genesis 49. This is how it is, verse 22. Joseph is a fruitful bough. Yasef means Yahweh will add. So take it as your word, Yahweh will add. While the world is shrinking and a few are taking everything, the global oligarchs, into their hand, Yahweh will add. Yasef, that's your anointing. Pronounce it, proclaim it, decree and declare. Repeat with me. Yasef, that's me. That's me. The Lord will add. You'll be a fruitful bough. A fruitful bough by a spring, so don't hop here and there. Stay in the blessing. Stay in the anointing. Speak the anointing. Flow forth. That's the way to go. Today, We also read Ezekiel 47, the river that flowed from the east gate, yes. And the branches will run over a wall. So don't run hither, thither. Stay placed where God has rooted you. Many Christians are going from place to place, shifting and losing the fountain. And then we have this promise, branches run over a wall. So when a wall comes, our branch will go over it. There is a Joseph anointing, still being fruitful, no obstruction can stop you. Because that's God's blessing. The archers bitterly attacked him and shot him. Genesis 49:23, that happens to Joseph, shot him and harassed him. So when people are shooting arrows at each other, Joseph holds his bow, but Joseph's bow remained firm and his arms were agile. So he just kept his bow with God looking upward for his season to come, and he shot the arrow. At the age of 12, at the age of 17, in Potiphar's house, in just 3 years' time, he becomes the head of everything Potiphar had. And 27, he goes to prison, but he's waiting with his bow, not shooting at anybody else, waiting to shoot his arrows in God's season, into God's opportunity, into God's space, into God's placement. This is Joseph's attitude, how he uses his bow to shoot the arrow as many times as necessary. And by 30 years, he becomes vice regent of the largest empire of the time. This is Joseph's anointing. So fivefold things there about God who works with him. Verse 24, from the hands of the mighty one, El Gibor, his hands will become mighty. Then from the shepherd, the stone of Israel, that's another anointing. From the God of your father, that's a generational anointing. By the El Shaddai, who blesses you with blessings of heaven above, deep beneath those treasures that no one has ever excavated, is coming to you. So this is how there's a fivefold God blessing on Joseph's life. Get ready for such a thing. Your storeroom is being readied. You are in a classroom. The bell has rung. God's program is accelerating. And while the world dwindles, God's people will increase. That's God's proposition. Please get into this curriculum. God bless you.